have any pens that don't work anymore, don't throw them away. Here's a really cool idea. You can use your fingers, of course, to make the holes for planting your seeds, but if you take the ink part out of some plastic pens, you can use the ends to make your holes. You can also use chopsticks or other sticks, basically things like that. Now you don't want your spouse or your significant other mad at you, do you, while you're doing your seeds? So you won't want to be cleaning up. So have this, here's a towel, have some extra towels around. This is for cleaning up and certainly for putting on top of the table or wherever you're going to be doing your seeds, because you are going to get dirty. If you belong to a wholesale club or just buy them at the grocery stores, go ahead and grab some extra boxes like this. These are great for holding your transplants when you're at the point to where you're bringing them outside. And of course you have your seeds. And I always say, when in doubt, read the instructions. You want to look for the date. Of course, these are for this year. And the seeds for this year and last year are fine. If it's older than 2 years, you're probably going to want to test the viability of the seeds. And on vegetablegardener.com, as well as my website, there's a great video on there on how to test the viability of your seeds, so you will know that they are going to be able to germinate for you. But on your packet, of course, you're going to have all the directions on how to plant and how deep and all that good stuff. Some optional items. Something I really strongly recommend is you need to warm your plants, and what you can do to do that with, of course, is a heat mat. Basically, this provides a little bit of warmth, and you're going to have this, of course, underneath your, your tray setup, and basically it just provides, warmth for certain veggies like tomatoes and peppers that need a little bit of heat in order to germinate. So we're ready to plant. So we got our seed starting mix here, and you want to go ahead and wet it to start out. That way your seeds are going to have, they're already going to be in a wet environment, so they will germinate quicker. You want to think moist cake as far as the consistency for it. It's pretty good. So it basically crumbles in your hand. By the way, I forgot to mention earlier, you can either mix your own planting mix, or you can certainly buy the ready-to-use seed starting mix. Do either one. All right, so we got our area nice and flat. Notice that I've not pressed down and I haven't compressed it very much. And when it comes to planting your seeds, these of course have 9 cells in them, and let's say you want to have 1 plant per cell come up. What you may want to do, rather than planting 1 seed per cell, what you may want to do is actually plant 2 seeds per cell. That way it increases the chances that you'll get one coming up for each cell. And what I like to do is I will actually do the holes on opposite sides of the cell, and the reason for that is if you need to thin them out or separate them later on, it's a lot easier to do when there's a little bit of distance between the two of them. So that's what we'll go ahead and do here. You can go ahead and use your fingers or your pen that I talked about. And while you're doing the pen, notice what I put on the pen is a little mark there. And the idea with this is, in this case, by my blue pen here, the blue part is about 1/4 inch and my little mark there is 1/2 inch. So I'm actually got it to where I can actually put that down into the soil and see where I'm at so I know how deep to make the hole. Kind of nifty.